Let's take another look at this question. Which two evidence cards are the most reliable? Remember, reliable means trusted. Let's take a look at all the cards before we answer. Card A, Neighbors Data. There are a few homes near the Carson Wilderness Education Center. One neighbor who lives close to the center has been keeping rainfall data for many years and sharing it with the people at the Wilderness Education Center. He has some data that he collected from May. Already, this card is not super reliable because we have to trust that the neighbor knows how to collect data properly. Card B, Hikers' Observations. A group of hikers came through the area near the Carson Wilderness Education Center in May and camped near the center for a week. When they came back to town, they told people about the weather they had seen on their hike. Again, we have to trust that the hikers remembered what the weather was like in May and that they are telling the truth. This card isn't so reliable. Card C, Station 1. Station 1 is a weather station near the Carson Wilderness Education Center. It was installed by a research team from a nearby university. The station collects temperature and rainfall data. Students from the university's research team are in charge of the station and visit it several times a month to check on the storm and collect data. Their data is then sent to a government weather agency and published. Since the data is published by a government weather agency, this is a reliable source. Card D, blog entry. Ray Mezzullo has a blog called The Beauty and Terror of Nature, where she posts photos of nature and describes what she sees. She was near the Carson Wilderness Education Center for one day in May and wrote an entry about it. This card is not super reliable because we have to trust that Ray Mezzullo remembers her visit at the Wilderness Education Center and she only visited for one day. Card E, Station 2. Station 2 is located near the Carson Wilderness Education Center. It is run by a government agency, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. NOAA collects wind and air pressure data from the station and publishes it every week on their website. Since this station is run by a government agency, that's a trusted agency. So this is a reliable source. Now let's look at the answer choices and pick the best one. Cards A and B. Remember, card A was from a neighbor and card B was from hikers. These two people, we have to trust that they know how to collect data, so it's not super reliable. So that's not a good answer choice. B and D. B, again, we have to trust the hikers. D, we have to trust this blogger that she remembers what she saw in May when she visited. Not a good answer choice. C and E. C, we have the Station 1, which sends information to a reliable government agency. That's a reliable source. And Station 2, card E, yep, that's a government agency which is trusted, so this is a reliable source. That's definitely a good choice, but let's check the last one. C and A. C is a trusted source because it's a government agency. A, the neighbor, not super reliable because we have to trust that he's collecting data properly. The best answer choice is cards C and E. So when you go back to try this question again, make sure you pick C and E. Good luck!